I'm Brooklyn Coy, and this is my finance simulation for capital budgeting. So, you are the new CEO and head of the capital committee for a business in which you will try and look at which projects you should fund in order to increase your company's profit. This all is just kind of background about how to play, what tabs to click on, kind of figuring out what to do for the whole simulation. And then the readings just more information, and the intro videos just tells you how to process each. Then we're going to go to the Analyze tab, and we're going to go to the dashboard. So for 2014, I ended up with $524.59 million. The revenue and the operating income, net income, each are shown here. It's just kind of a snapshot of everything. So 2009 is the year that you started, and then the previous year, which is just last year, and then the current year, which is the year I just finished. So my revenue ended up being greater than the forecast. The blue is what you actually ended up making, and the green is what they believed you would make after those decisions. Your operating income and net income, mine were both greater than what they expected, so that's good. The cash flow by division kind of shows how mine are split up. Most of my profit comes from the licensing area, and the production is the same pretty much. Then we're going to go over here, revenue by division. So this shows that the retail part is pretty much half of the revenue by division, and then the production is next, and the licensing is last. The operating profit mainly comes from the licensing area, and then the production, and then lastly retail. Then the total assets come from mainly the production and retail area, and the licensing's last. Then over here you have the project updates, so that just kind of keeps you updated on the last few projects that you bought and how they ended up after you bought them. So my coupon promotion and frequent shopper campaign, the campaign was effective but fell somewhat short of the retail division revenue targets. And then another one would be the doll video game. So the initial market response suggests this project will underperform relative to expectations, but it is still expected to contribute positively. So that just shows you if you made a wise decision or not, pretty much. This is the income statement and balance sheet for the company, the production, the retail, and the licensing consolidated. So this is your current year, and then the future projections, so what they think will happen based on the past. And same for the cash flow statement. And kind of the same thing for the financial analysis. I used this a lot whenever I selected my projects. It just kind of goes over everything. So we'll do the video game. So it'll show you the division. So this is the licensing area, and the project discount rate, which is 7.4%. The risk is a medium, so it's not too high, it's not low. The year selected, I selected it in 2011, so that was the second year. And then lifetime project costs are pretty low. So the MPV was over 1, which is good, and the IRR is very high. that's good too. And the payback period is low. So the payback period, it doesn't have to be like under a certain amount, but usually you like to pick one that has a higher IRR and a lower payback period. So that way you're not constantly paying off stuff. So this was the projections and what they thought would be what this project will do within the next few years. This is for the income statement, what they think it's going to do. They think it's going to pretty much slowly just stop making profit. And then the ending balance, they think, will just kind of slowly just go off. Then we're going to look at the Tween book series. So this is also a division of licensing. The project discount rate is 6.89%. The risk is low, so that's a good thing. The payback period is 5.24, which is, it's okay. Like, it's not too high, but it's not, like, super low. It's not, like, 2 years. Then the profit index is high, and so that's good. That's something you want to look for. The IRR is still pretty high, and the net profit value is pretty high, too. So this is what actually happened. It ended up, the net income, it ended up just gaining more and more, so it was, I think it was a good project to invest in. And then this right here just kind of like gives you a snapshot of everything. Then I'll just go through all of mine. So the net income, or the net sales for my overall company was $384.69 million, and then the cost of goods was $157.99. Then we're going to go all the way down to the earnings before interest and taxes. So that was 51.05, and then your earnings before income taxes is 44.38. The net income, so that's after all those taxes, ended up being 26.63, and it just ended up gaining more and more. The net income ended up increasing, so I think that's a good way to tell if you made some pretty good decisions throughout each year. And then that's just kind of the project updates. And that is how I selected my capital budgeting project.